Hi everyone, this is Dave for DreamPod9. This is a video about dogfighting between Exo-Armors or fighters. Exo-Armor or fighter squadrons can use a special type of attack called a dogfight. It means they move into close proximity with an enemy model and fight a number of rounds of combat before having to break off, go back to base, restock. Now, the first thing you do is you're going to pick a model. So in this game, because you activate your fleet before the other person activates their fleet, you activate your models one at a time. So I will choose this Pathfinder, and I'll just show the stat card here really quick. So the Pathfinder Exo-Armor can move 5 inches, and it has 2 weapons, beam projector and ACS missiles. It also has, which is important for this, fuel of 3. Now, facing it will be the Syreen, speed of 7, has 2 weapons, beam projector and missiles, AEF, and it has fuel 4, so this will be important. So in this case, I decided I want to attack the Syreen with the Pathfinder. So first thing I do is I make a move, and this move, I have to make sure I'm within 5 inches. All I have to do is end within 1 inch in order to do the dogfight, but I want to go right up base contact because I want to use my lance. Now the lance is a trait, and traits you'll find down here on your card, and the lance trait gives you a bonus in the first round of combat for one of your weapons. So here's how this works. I move into dogfight, and because I moved into a dogfight, I'm the active model, I get to attack first. So I only have one weapon with an anti-exo fighter rating, which will be the beam projector. So I will get to roll 3 dice for the beam projector, and then I get to roll 1 extra dice because of the lance, and I get to roll 1 extra dice because beam projectors are very good in a dogfight. So let's see what happens. Roll my attack. So I got a double 2 and a double 4, but because I added 1 dice for the beam projector, I have to take away 1 dice. Because I added 1 dice for the lance, I have to take away 1 dice. So I'm left with a result of 4. That'll do 1 damage to the Syreen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark the Syreen with a small dice just so I can count up the amount of damage that's been done with it. So there's 1 damage for the Syreen. Now the Syreen will now has a choice. The Syreen can either choose to break off, or the Syreen can choose to attack again. Now if the Syreen chooses to break off, it'll roll its skill rating of 2, so it'll roll 2 dice, but it'll get plus 1 dice for the fast trait. So at this point the Syreen can say, well, you know what, I've only taken 1 dice, I can suffer 6 damage points for destroyed, I'm going to fight back. So it has a beam projector, which is 3 dice, and AEF missiles for 2 dice. So the beam projector will get 3, and then the missiles will get 2, and we'll add in 1 extra dice because the beam projector is being used in a dogfight. Let's roll these, see what we get. So the missiles miss, no sets. The beam projector, it gets a double, 5, have to take away 1, and it'll do 1 damage to the Pathfinder. Let's see. Now the Pathfinder can choose to attack again using a fuel. It's now going to be down to 2 fuel, so I can use a fuel to try to break away from the combat or to attack again. And of course it's going to attack again. So this time it's just going to be 4 dice. Don't get the lance bonus in the first round. So I'm going to roll, and we have nothing. This means no result. Even if I take 1 away, it's still not going to help. Then the Syreen says, well, this is a good time to attack. We'll do it again. 4 dice and 2 dice. And this time, the missiles, no damage, and the beam projector, no damage. Now that's the last fuel for the Pathfinder. The Pathfinder can choose to escape or attack again. It chooses to attack. This time, rolls a double 3, so it's going to do some damage. Does 1 damage here. And this is important because by choosing to attack instead of run away, that was the last fuel. So now we're going to have to wait and see what the Syreen does. So the Syreen is not going to break off because now it's got more fuel, it's got more endurance than the Pathfinder. So it's going to roll its attacks. No hit with the missile, no hit with the beam projectors. But now, that was its 3rd fuel. we go back to the Pathfinder. Pathfinder can't take any more actions because, of course, it ran out of fuel. And so the Syreen is going to attack one more time. And this time the Syreen is going to get quite a spectacular result. It's going to get a triple. And a triple does 2 dice. So this is going to go to 3 dice and is going to cripple it, which means it only has fire control 1 now. But now, because both models have run out of fuel, they're going to have to return to base, which means they're each going to make a move. In this case, the Pathfinder is going to make a 5-inch move, as it has to go back towards a model of hangars, and so does the Syreen. So they're both going to separate, head back towards their respective bases. And that resolves a dogfight.